Story that we are tracking this hour is where the self-immolation by a 20-year-old college student for allegedly being denied justice over sexual harassment in Odisha's Balasore district triggered a statewide outrage on Sunday, with the opposition parties staging protests demanding the resignation of the state's higher education minister. However, the college girl was battling for her life with 95% burns at the AIIMS Bhubaneswar, is what the official said. Amid the protest on the Balasore incident, which came to light days after the gang rape of another college girl in Gopalpur beach, Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Majhi went to AIIMS Bhubaneswar after returning from a 3-day visit to Delhi.
I just want to question to the state government that it is high time you get up from your sleep. You have been completely deflecting the criticism, deflecting the allegations that is being levied on the state government time and again. This girl, this innocent girl has been raising the complaint time and again. On 1st July, she has given a written complaint to the committee as well. She has also tagged the Honorable Chief Minister, lot of handles on the Twitter, expecting a reply because these handles have always been active. Despite trying and giving her best effort, her family members were also invited to be for a discussion in the committee, but there was not a ray of hope, and the state government has failed her, the authorities have failed.
Absolutely shocking episode unfolding over there. And to discuss this further, I'm joined by Momita Chakraborty, who is a social activist. Good morning, Ms. Chakraborty. Clearly not a very good morning for students in Balasore. We need to understand what exactly is going wrong when it comes to these educational institutions. Why have these educational institutions become a hub for sexual predators? The story is the same, whether it is in West Bengal or over here in Odisha. Do you think that the government is not doing enough to ensure that student safety is prioritized?
Well, see, I will definitely not blame the government for anything and everything because in Odisha, the present government is BJP, which is just a few days back came into the power. But I will also not blame the previous government because see, whenever there is any corruption or systematic failure, so this is definitely not the result of one day or 50 days like that. So this is the systematic failure for decades we have been seeing, right? So that's why I will not blame the previous BJP government for anything and everything. And am I audible properly?
Yes, Ms. Chakraborty, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So the thing is that when the gates of learning become the corridors of fear, we must stop the romanticizing the word campus because the universities are definitely no longer the temple of knowledge, as we say. So these are turning into the the horror crime zone where the complaint, the complaint come, but that never land. Okay, so this is considered just as the spam notifications to your system. To the system, right? But I will also not say that, not BJP taught the girl to give up, not BJP, the present government taught the girl to commit this sort of thing. And they haven't set the girl on fire. So this is a systematic failure, of course, and the systematic failure of the college campus because she begged for the justice. She begged for she begged to be heard. But the thing is that no one actually, she was ignorant. No one listened to her, right? So that's why she was scared. She thought that if no one listened to me, then what will be in future? So that's why she did that. And this is definitely the administration. Then my question is what the administration was doing. Why there was no trained nodal officer who was supposed to be there for the emotional support of a woman and to ensure the safety and security of the campus, right? This is the protocol of every university. Every university must have that system where a group of or bunch of people must be recruited just to ensure the safety protocols to especially to the women, because the present condition of women really at stake. Right, as you said that in Kolkata also we have seen the same thing. I mean, just a couple of days back, right, that South Calcutta Law College, in the security guard room, the girl was raped.
But
The
somewhere it
security
is
was,
a policy
yes.
failure. Whether you are going to indulge in a blame game, we are definitely not doing that, but we are looking for solution over here and how to fix this problem. I'm also joined by Barkha Trehan. Good morning, Ms. Trehan. Thank you for taking your time and joining us over here at News 9. What I was asking Ms. Momita Chakrabarti is that whether it is Kolkata or it is Odisha, there is something very wrong as far as educational institutions are concerned, that is not being able to ensure the safety of students, especially women. In this particular case, all her grievances fell on deaf ears. So there is also a problem when it comes to grievance addressal, because students will take extreme steps like this if there is not timely intervention. Ms. Rehan.
Exactly. I condemn this tragic incident, and justice delayed is institutional betrayal. And I've said it time and again. No student should ever be harassed, be it a girl or a boy, and they should never die. They should always raise their voice, and the collective outrage should be there. Again, politicizing the issue. Will it help? No, it is not going to help. It is the entire system's failure. We need an overhauling of the whole system. But again, if it is BJP ruled, the other opposition will cry and they will organize protests. But is this a solution? No, it is not. And if it is not a BJP ruled state, then they will do it. So again, they are not talking about women security, safety of the students, be it a man or a woman. But they will politicize the whole issue. And since they politicize the whole issue, no one is accountable. And when no one is accountable, no action is taken. And when no action is taken, that is why people, the rapists or the criminals, they run away. They get scot-free. The purpose of it is to instill fear. Such crimes shouldn't happen. We keep on talking about this, but what is the ground reality? Everybody is failing. We are just demanding justice on Twitter. I keep on saying there should be an impartial probe. We have to hear both sides, what happened. But what is most important is the life of the student. The student is not with us. How much she was struggling that she had to die. Nobody listens. The problem is the whole system has failed. Everybody, each and everybody. And still media, I would thank media that they discuss such things to bring them in light. But what about the poor students who are paying, who the parents are paying hefty amount to the colleges, to the institutes. So, and there they don't even get justice. There is no justice regardless the genders. And I am really very, very annoyed with the whole system. And often, again and again, I have talked about the overhauling of the system, and something should change right now. And whosoever is the culprit should get punished immediately. It happens that years and years pass away. In Shraddha murder case, what happened? The girl was cut into 35 pieces. So the man who did it, the culprit, is still having a very good life in Tihar jail. He is studying law and very soon he will be out of jail. He is having biryani with our taxpayer money.
Ms. Rehan, I'll have to interject over there and make a difference and a distinction as far as crime of passion. And in this particular case, it's an institution. We're talking about educational institutions, the academic areas that are considered sacrosanct for our students and especially women. Those are the areas where we are looking at the sexual predators lurking around as assistant professor in this particular case. Why is the issue of counseling seen as taboo even now? Why shouldn't the professors also be counseled to understand their state of mind, where they are coming for, and why should this not be made mandatory as per policy from the government's end, irrespective whether it's the West Bengal government or Odisha government? You know, women's safety becomes a political narrative which is very comfortable for the politicians to rake it up each time around there's an elections knocking at our door. But when it comes to living by it, Why do we find our politicians falling shy of it? Ms. Trihan.
Yeah, see, the political parties are using these people. They are giving them all the facilities, and they are always protecting the rapist. Here, I always have seen there is a pattern of blame game, and they keep on playing the they keep on playing this blame game, and then the whole issue vanishes away. There is no, they only write about, they only speak about, when the election comes, they will speak about women's security and all, and then they forget it. And nothing has happened. What happened in Article case? What happened in the other cases which happened in West Bengal or the other states? Call it UP, call it Bihar, call it Jharkhand, call it any other state. So every state, it's happening the same thing, that they are politicizing the whole issue. And when they politicize the whole issue, it dilutes. My problem is that please don't play with the sentiments of the women voters. If you're promising them security, give them security on the ground. And the counseling part which you spoke about, that is very true. And the counseling should
With Ms. Trihan, like I was mentioning, there is a need for intervention when it comes to counseling and therapy, not only of the students, but also of the faculty members. I'll come back to you, Ms. Chakraborty, but first up, let's listen into certain reactions coming in this particular case, the victim's father.
असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर था एचओडी एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट में, इसको तो पुलिस पकड़ के ले गया है। नहीं, वो दिखाने के लिए नहीं जाना चाहिए। ऐसी कई कड़ी सजा इनको मिलना चाहिए और नजीर हो जाएगा उड़ीसा के सारे देश में। और वो जो प्रिंसिपल है वो बहुत श्रूड आदमी है, वो बहुत मीठी मीठी बात बोलता है। हमको ऐसे वो बताया जैसे कुछ नहीं हुआ, हम ठीक कर देंगे, हमारा ट्रस्ट लीजिए, सब कुछ ऐसे बताया। वो बहुत श्रूड आदमी है।
यही मांग है, जो प्रक्रिया चल रहा है वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन का प्रक्रिया चल रहा है, मैं तो देख रहा हूँ तो थोड़ा फास्ट चल रहा है, लेकिन उसको डीप तक लेके जाइए। उसका डीप तक जो एक विक्टिम, जो कल्प्रिट है, उनको आप पकड़िए, उनको बातचीत कीजिए, पूछिए क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ था। जो नेक्स्ट टाइम, अगर ये तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम, नेक्स्ट टाइम कोई बहन कोई बेटी के साथ ऐसा ना हो, यही मेरा दरखास्त है।
Dwarka Trihan back with us. Ms. Trihan, you were trying to make a point over there, but we got disconnected. Please go ahead and complete it.
Yeah. I want to say here that a head of the department demanding sexual favors is just not harassment. It's not harassment. It is the academic blackmail. And the whole system has failed us again and again. We only talk about women's security. How much, the parents who send their children, who send their daughters to study, do they want them to die? Never. They have putting in such a lot of hefty amount. They have so much connect with the child. Some people have only one child. I remember in the Article case, the mother was crying that I can't even see my daughter's dead body. They're not even allowing me to do that. Here, how much she was in problem that nobody was hearing. She cried online justice so many times, but there was no action. There was complete silence. Why were we silent? And why does media have to enter every time to wake up these people? They don't wake up. What were the internal committees doing? Why have they failed? There is a POSH committee. They have failed, totally failed. Everybody has failed.
Right.
Why did we make that child die? There was no one to hear the child. And still we are only politicizing the whole issue. The system couldn't act till 7 days. And today we are mourning for her life. We have lost a young student who will never come back. The tragic part is
we
that
can tell our viewers that she's still battling for life right now. She is in a critical state right now, but of course pertinent points made over there, and how it's very important for institutions to ensure that there is a grievance redressal system that is going to be prompt. It's not going to leave you waiting for 7 odd days. And these schools and education institutes are supposed to be safe haven for students. Ms. Mamita Chakraborty, you were mentioning that it's not the fault of a government. But somewhere when it comes to policy paralysis, we will have to hold the government accountable because heads must roll.
See, on that note, I would like to add, as my co-panelist ma'am was saying and talking about RG code and everything is politicized. That is very much true that everything is politicized these days. So if you talk about the appointment rules and the recruitments, everything is politicized. And that note, that is why when when any accused or the people, I mean, who commit the the crimes, they know that if they have the political pat on their back and the reassuring political wings, so it's very easy for them to commit such crimes, right? Because they know that whatever I do, because I will stop believing in constitution, but I will start believing in our contacts. So the contacts will save me. So they know that I have the protector's pat on my back, so no one can do anything. Whatever thing I do, I'll be prevented. I might not be punished. So my political leaders will save me. So this mentality is there, and that is definitely the provocation. Okay, fine, you do whatever you want, and I'm there. I will save you. So that is why. That's how the corruption is getting increased in our country and every state. This is a problem of every state, as she was saying. So, and another very important thing is that. So I will definitely not say that. I will not actually, like the BJP I will not blame for this matter completely, but definitely there are political interference, absolutely, because there are some few rape cases and the few brutal cases before as well. Like if you remember that in 2011 there was Pipli gang rape case, then Nayagar's Pari case, then Bhadrak minor rape case. So all these things were there. So if the system could have worked properly that time, then this case might not, have taken place today. And I will definitely not blame BJD, the past government, for anything and everything.